Michael and Jennifer. What's homelessness like in Bakersfield?
It's
It has its ups and downs.
it has its ups and downs,
I
but
mean, they're pretty hard on us and stuff like that sometimes, but other times they leave us alone.
How do you survive?
um,
Uh, get out there and hustle.
we go out there.
I go out and I work. I do everything I
We
can.
work sometimes. We go cannon. I have my disability, but it's not all that easy because there's not the help out there that people think there is for homeless people.
I've been homeless since 2011.
I've a year and a half.
Tell me about living in a tent out here.
Well, it gets cold at night. It gets hot in the day. In fact, it gets miserable.
And during
But,
the day, yep,
This time we turned around and went out and bought us
a bigger tent.
well, it's a portable garage, and
It has
it's a
its
whole
down.
lot nicer than what the other stuff was.
It has its downsides because I'm epileptic, and the heat causes my seizures a lot. And usually when it's hot, I can't do anything. I have to stay put.
My last tent, she turned around, and bounced off the walls until she ripped it all to pieces.
Well, isn't that called love?
Oh no, it's cold. I had a grand mal seizure, and I went from this wall, that wall, and then I ripped the whole bottom half out.
Oh my gosh.
And it's rough out here because of some of the issues you face. But I can say this one thing is that I met my husband out here, and we got married out here, and he's been the biggest blessing in my life. Along with Dr. Bear, it's been nice to have him to be able to talk to.
Yeah, I think he's the best.
And he tells you, he tries to help you in every which way he can.
How does Dr. Matt help?
You tell him what's wrong, he gets you checked out in a whole shot, and then orders whatever it takes to turn around and take care of it.
That's right. He helps you by giving you the medication.
He listens.
He listens to you about everything, and he talks to you. He'll even come check on you to make sure you're okay. And it's been nice.
What kind of medical issues do they help you with?
Basically anything there is, I think, because he's working on a deal for my hernia, and I got this fungus on my hand quite a while back, and he gave me some meds for that. He says, I know exactly what that is, and he went over and got the meds for me and had it delivered. And then after I ran out, it was been about 2 months, huh?
Yeah, about that.
It came back, and he just now turned around and brought me some new meds to turn around and start over on again, So that's,
It's that part's been nice, and the other part is with me being epileptic. He's always helped me with my medication that I need for that, and been understanding. And coming out here with Dr. Bear is a big blessing because I can come out here once a week and I can see him and talk to him and know that he's not going to judge me, and that's been awesome.
How do hospitals treat you?
some of them treat you real good. There's a couple of them around here that don't.
There's several that don't. They did that to me on my birthday when I had a grandma. I had a grandma, ended up in the hospital.
Then they put her in a taxi cab to come home, and took her all the way over to the other side of Oildale and let her out.
And I wasn't all the way out of my grandma, and because I go what they call catatonic. And when I go catatonic, I forget things and places. They just dropped me off in Oildale, and
I was going crazy trying to figure out where the heck she was. They wasn't going to give me any information.
it took me 2 days to get to where he was at. And after that, I told him, don't you dare call the hospital again.
So the hospital exited you while you were having a seizure
Yes.
and knowing that you were homeless.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember too much of it because all I remember is that I remember telling the taxi driver that nothing looks familiar. And when I told them that, they told me get out. I got out. I had no shoes on, had no jacket, no nothing. And I don't even remember how I got to where I wound up one day with a blanket, and I slept on the sidewalk for 2 days.
Wow.
And somebody was nice enough to give me a pair of shoes so I can get to my husband. And it took me 2 days.
How did you guys end up homeless?
Well, me, back in 2011, I got I ended up getting a good PO. Let's put it that way. We ain't going to go into the statistics about it, but got a good PO, and by 2013, I was off of parole. Yeah, and I came here, got off the bus, came here, and got cut up in a whirlpool.
You can say that. I wound up
And
home,
it's been like that ever since.
and I wound up homeless because I was in a bad relationship, and my sister passed, and I mentally lost it. And when I lost it, I just wound up here on the river, and
Somebody said something awful to her when she first came over by my camp, because I lived at the other end of the river. And I turned around and I said, I'm not going to have that. You know? So I turned around and I took her in. Before you know it, we hit it off. Yeah, she done the happy dance out there in the middle of the street when I asked her to marry me.
The happy dance.
That's doing anything that comes to mind.
that's right. Anything that comes to mind and feels good and you're happy about it, go for it. That's the happy
So
dance.
how long have you guys been married?
4 months?
6 months.
6 months?
6 months now.
6 months. And we got married at those 2 trees right there.
Right in between those two trees.
Well, thank you two very much.
Yep.
You're welcome.